we don't have those specifics.
We heard from several parents that they found out via Facebook. Did the school or system or county send out any kind of an official notification? Because several people were angry that they found out via Facebook first.
Yeah, we did, but I will let Chief share with you how this information gets out way ahead of our school district and the police department. What is that? What is it called?
So there are, we even have an opportunity to, place our boots on the ground and have our officers respond into the building to determine what, if anything, has occurred. So, if you don't hear from the police department directly, and I'm saying this to parents or anyone who's paying attention to social media, if you don't hear directly from the police department when there's a critical incident in our community, I would say monitor the police department's page, and if it's an incident involving the school system, monitor the school system's page, simply because, it takes time to respond, it takes time to determine what occurred, and again, we don't have all the facts solidified right away for people. Investigations take time, so rather than, have people upset in the community, we respond and place that information on our social media platforms once we've had an opportunity to sit down, talk amongst each other, determine what occurred, so that we're getting good information out to the public.
What was that? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, if I can expand on that just for a second, Boss. I know exactly what you are referring to, and the way some of these blog sites get our information is by listening to scanners. So the police department's radios are encrypted, but fire departments are not. And so they will get the call for service, which obviously comes in as, I don't know what this came in as, but I'm assuming, a gunshot victim at elementary school. As you guys know, you guys will then call the PIO and say, hey, we just heard this, can you confirm? These blog sites don't have to do that. They don't do that, so they just put it out there. That doesn't give us a chance to dig into it, like the chief said. Now, that does not mean that we are going to wait till we get here and start our investigation to notify people. That is absolutely not the case. Our PIOs and our on-call PIOs are very quick, and I know you've all seen it. Police activity, Freetown Drive, yada, 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 and then it'll say more to come, or media staging here and there. So our media relations does a fantastic job getting information out. If we need people to shelter in place, if we need them to evacuate because of something, that information will come out very quickly as soon as we realize that we need it. As soon as we realize that we need it, as district commander, after notifying my boss, Mr. Mulcahy, it would be my next call saying, hey, I need you to put something out. It doesn't mean that these blog sites don't have a purpose and don't have a good thing to them of getting this information out quickly. But they'll get it out, again, before parents. Like I said, I'm a parent here too, and I would be livid if I found out from something other than the school. But this is to no fault of the school or the police department on that. When you hear something on the scanner and you want to be the first to get it out, that's how parents are notifying before.
Do we know what the response time was? The call came in 8:30. How quickly were police able to get on scene?
It was approximately 6 minutes. So that was an excellent response.
And then do we know from the school system what time the first communication came out to parents was from the school?
I'm sorry.
It's bad timing. Do we know what time the first call from the school went out to parents?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
How long were students on this hold, and what does that look like?
How what?
With the students, you said they were on a hold, like a lockdown.
Yeah. So basically, you stay in place, right? You're in your classroom. There's no movement until we feel that the school environment is safe for us to release that hold. And this is one of those situations where it's almost like a shelter in place. You stay in your place until we have confirmed that there is no other potentially harmful
Was that lifted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob Moser, Chief Communications Officer for the School District. Just before dismissal is the answer to your question.
Okay.
I want to be clear, though, a hold is different from a lockdown. This was not a lockdown. At no point was this one a lockdown.
Correct.
What are the security measures that the school has in place to make sure things like this don't happen, and what happened today where that didn't work?
Well, I mean, I don't know that there was a flaw within the security measures. I mean, I've been in this business almost 27 years, worked in 4 different school districts. There is no mechanism to stop something like this happening. No, and if people will say, well, what about metal detectors? We've already had that conversation in this county. There's no appetite for it. In all the districts I've worked in, I've never seen an elementary school have metal detectors. I think the school administration did exactly what they did when it was discharged. They took immediate action. They followed all of our protocols that we have trained them on, really to the T. And again, I will say to people, I think it's a much bigger conversation as a community, how we all come together to really try to prevent this from happening. But as you all know, there is no 100% proofing of this. I mean, we're standing here right now. Something could happen anywhere around here, and we have no control over that. So our goal is to do everything that we can to educate, work with our partners to do what we can to make sure that we're mitigating and to make sure that our administrators understand how we're going to address when we have a situation on any of our 130 campuses or our offices.
May I follow up on that? One thing you do have control over is communication, and I lost count of how many parents until 2 hours plus after this happened were saying, I know something happened here, I'm coming, I saw whatever was on Facebook, I'm coming to school and they're telling me everything's fine, people are coming in there, still. They're frustrated with the lack of information from the school about what happened. Or maybe, I know you don't control Facebook rumors, but it was out there.
So it was out there, but as you all, as journalists do, right? Get it first, but get it right. It is completely because mass confusion. So as the chief said, we need to get all of your information in place and then provide correct information.
I guess, was there, before the official note letter that went to school about dismissal, was there any other communication? Was there any incident? Sorry, was there any communication
Because we
of
were
that
still
kind?
determining the fact, no.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Any other questions?
Do we know how many students came to school today and how many are getting that early dismissal?
Yeah, I don't have that information. I mean, as you all know, we're in our second day of bringing kids back to in-school person, and we've seen the attendance rates increase from Monday to Tuesday. I would anticipate probably a better rate of attendance today, but I just don't have that information because it happened so early, and we don't collect the attendance until a little bit later in the day.
Gotcha.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.